Hello and welcome to Cup of Tea Reviews. My name is Tim and I'm joined as always by Michael.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me.
Tim, we watch movies to be entertained, but so many of them are duds.
We watch the movies that can go either way, good or bad, and we let you know if they're worth your while.
We waste our time so that you don't have to.
That's right, Michael, and today's movie is... We are joined by a very special guest. It is his fourth time on the podcast. It is Rich Horecki. Rich, thank you for joining us.
So pleased to be invited.
Well, you brought us the movie this week, Rich. It is Millions. It is a 2004 British comedic drama directed by Danny Boyle. Michael, please give us your hot take.
Tim, this movie was my cup of tea. I love stories that have heart to them, and this one absolutely did. That's what worked for me here and absolutely made it my cup of tea. What about you, Dad?
This is absolutely my cup of tea as well. I saw this movie many years ago, and it has stuck with me since, and I wanted to share it with both of you on this podcast.
Thank you for sharing it, because this really was my cup of tea. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a really strong story. It's got some great visuals, and it's a really, really heartwarming film. I really enjoyed it.
So, Tim, why don't you give everybody a rundown? What's it about?
When a young boy discovers a sack full of cash, he struggles with his older brother about what to do with the money. Where do we want to start with this one, gentlemen?
Well, we all liked it, so let's talk a little bit about what we liked. For me, as I mentioned in my upfront, I love stories that have a great emotional heart to them, and this one absolutely has that. That really worked for me here. I felt a lot of things while watching it, and that's what we want out of a great film, is to feel things and to evoke emotion out of the audience, and I certainly felt those things here, so that worked for me really well. What about you, Dad? What did you like?
I think the star of this movie were the exceptional performances by the child actors. All the adults are supporting roles. They are able to convey their emotions, and they carry this plot. It's really an exceptional film starring children.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed the unique visual style of the film, especially the way that it incorporates the perspective of the children. I think that the movie is told from this young boy's perspective, how he sees the world, how he feels about the world, and I really think it captures the feeling of being a kid in a world that is kind of bigger than you are and out of your control. I really enjoyed that. I like the visual storytelling in this film. Michael, what didn't work for you?
I'll take up the thread that you were putting down around the visual style and run it into what didn't work for me, which was I got lost sometimes in how that visual style was really playing with the idea of reality and imagination. So because we are from the perspective of these children, there are times that we aren't quite clear. Are we in the real world? Are we doing something imaginary? And so there were times where there were characters who were in the real world that I couldn't really tell. Are they actually real world? Are they imaginary? And only later in the film did that become clear. I got lost in that sometimes. But it was absolutely worth it for how good the visual style was. That didn't work for me.
Absolutely. What about you, Rich? What didn't work for you?
I'm going to make 2 points. One is at times the movie could be slow, although this was mitigated by the fact it's not an overly long movie. It didn't overstay its welcome. The second part is I was concerned at times it was going to devolve into a Home Alone type situation as the kids were pursued. This didn't happen, which I'm very grateful for. Tim, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you guys covered the only two things that didn't quite work for me. Overall, I think this is a really strong piece and something that you'll get a lot out of. But Michael, when do you think somebody should watch the film?
I wouldn't recommend this to everyone, Tim, but there are some people I would absolutely recommend this to, and that recommendation is going to flow around the strong visual storytelling. If you're looking for something that is a unique way to tell a story visually in film, absolutely you're going to love this movie. For those who are looking for something a little more straight down the middle visually, I'd be a little more wary to recommend this because this does take some big risks in terms of how it visually composites the story. At the end of the day, though, it has a great emotional heart, and if you're looking for a film that has that, this will always be the right choice. What about you, Dad?
I think most everyone would like this movie. It's not an action movie, so people who are looking for that, you won't find it here. The other thing I'm not sure about is how children would react to this movie, and how they would, what they would get out of it. Tim?
Oh, I would definitely recommend it. I think that it's a strong story. I think it's a really heartwarming tale. And I really, really just had a good time with it. I think there's some strong visuals and some great performances. You'll get a lot out of it if you give it a chance. Rich, thank you for joining us once again. Thank you all for watching.
Join us next time on Cup of Tea Reviews.